Hey everyone, it's Jazzboy here, and I want to start off this video by saying a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed, as we are now at an incredible milestone of 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy that I went from only having about 17 subscribers at the start of this year to 1,000 in only July. Just before we get into the Q&A, did you know I have a Discord server? If I can manage to get enough people on it, it'll open up more video opportunities and a bunch of other things I can do with my community, so make sure to join the server. The link is in the description below. So it's about time we begin the Q&A, and to start off, we've got a question from George. What motivated you to start YouTube? Good question. I remember when I was younger, I'd spend all my free time on YouTube, mostly watching Minecraft videos. And I was always curious how big YouTubers manage to upload daily and still impress all their fans. Something a lot of people are asked when they're young is what they want to be when they grow up, and for me, it was a YouTuber. So I decided to try it out, and even though I never got a tons of views, I still loved recording videos and sharing them with the world. The next question comes from Rack, who wants to know, was it hard editing when it came to making videos? Honestly, editing isn't always bad, but sometimes it can be really demotivating. There have been many times where I've thought up an entire video idea, but realised that editing would just take forever, and by the time I was done, I would have tons of better ideas I wish I'd gone with instead. A solution would be to hire an editor or even ask a friend to help, but with the amount of pure cringe that I cut out of my videos, and I'm not kidding, I'm not sure I can put my trust into an editor to do it all for me. Next up, we have a question from Crystal Sky, and that is, how much do you think making videos and getting into YouTube has changed you? Not that much, but in some aspects, I have changed a lot. The first time I ever spoke in a video was early 2020, and I remember wanting to do it because I wanted to share my voice in videos to make them easier to make. But at the same time, I didn't want to do it because I don't know any of my 5 subscribers, do I really want to do this? But once I had done it, it gets so much better. The first time you do it is always the hardest, and then from there it's just eventually you get used to it. And before YouTube, I had never spoken to people online, voice to voice conversation. But after I started using my voice in videos, I was able to speak to people more, which is how I met so many great people who I'm still friends with today. Now there is an interesting question from Francesco's Toon, who wants to find out, how did you come up with the username Jazzy/Jazzboy? For those of you who don't know, my real name is Jason. And I developed the nickname Jazzy over time from my friends, mostly to the reason that it started with a J, but also because apparently that's the way to describe my personality. I ended up using that as my YouTube name because at the time I didn't really want to put my real name online to, my 5 subscribers back then. And then as for the Jazzboy name, well, I came up with that because I had to come up with a separate username other than Jazzy for the games that have a broken swear filter. So after some thinking, I simply thought, why not Jazzboy, seeing as the word jazz was still notifying my friends that, it's me, Jazz. And the boy part stopped the name from being deemed as a swear word. For the next question, I've got one from Swifto, who's asking, what program do you use to edit your amazing thumbnails? I mean, for a start, thank you for the kind compliment. I use Photopea, which is essentially just a browser version of Photoshop, but I really like using it because it still has almost all of the features that Photoshop has remaining the exact same. And it's perfect for me because, Photoshop thumbnails always look great, but I can't really afford to get Photoshop with the amount of money I already spend per month, so. Photopea is really good, and it's responsible for tons of aspects in all my thumbnails, like the glow effect around the images, the text. And I do really recommend using it, so just search up Photopea, I guess, and if you want to find it, it should be there. Hugo Dev has a question, and that is, what program do you use to edit your videos? I use a program called VideoPad Professional to edit my videos. It's really good in my opinion, and I've used it to edit all my videos on the channel. It has tons of features like adding different video and audio tracks, you can add clean transitions and fades to the video and audio tracks, and it has a ton of built-in features like an option to record voiceover for videos if you haven't already. And I'm actually using it to say this sentence right now. This next question is from Ali, who is asking, will you ever make videos on other games? Thanks for asking this, Ali, because it's probably a good idea for me to say this now. The answer is, of course I will. I'll be making tons of different types of videos in the future, more variety, and the reason I haven't done it so far is just because I'm trying to grow my channel at the moment. And the best way for me to do that is just to stick to a specific topic or two so I get returning viewers who will end up staying and subscribing. Now we have a question from Mr. Green. What is your favourite food? The answer to this question changes frequently for me, but at the moment I'd say I'm between a few things. For a start, I love fast food, and specifically McDonald's right now, but I also love pepperoni pizzas, whether they're homemade or from a popular restaurant like Domino's. The other food I really like would have to be macaroni cheese, but I also really just love pasta in general. The second last question is from Nitro Ant, who wants to know, do you think Hello Neighbor 2 will be a good game, or will it have the same mistakes as the first one? If I'm being completely honest, I'm not really sure. I definitely like Hello Guest more than Hello Neighbor 2, but apparently Hello Guest is going to be a part of the full game, so I'd say it's quite easily possible for it to be better. And from what we've seen so far, it seems like the neighbor's AI is going to be so much better in this game. And if if they manage to get the puzzle aspect right this time, it'll definitely be better. The final question in this video is one I wanted to address myself, and it's something I get asked all the time. The question is, when will I be doing a face reveal? A face reveal is not something I'm planning on doing anytime soon. I've never really thought about when I'm going to do it, but the best answer I can really give is that it won't be for a while. A face reveal isn't something I want to do anytime soon, plus if I do it when I have more subscribers, it'll be more hyped up, and more people will care about it. So to put it shortly, don't expect it this year. Anyway guys, thanks to everyone who stuck around and watched the full video, and of course a huge thank you for 1000 subscribers. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed along the way, and I cannot wait to continue making more videos and streams. And of course sharing them with the awesome community I've built. Hope you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and of course join my Discord server. And with that said and done, good day and goodbye.